Yo, yo, yo. What is up, people? Let me check my settings. I got my mic selected. Yup. Good to go. What's cracking? Looking forward to these fights this weekend. Just got back from the gym. I'm hella tired. This probably isn't going to be the longest stream, but we're going to go through the fight card, break everything down. Gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. All right. Yeah, it's working. All right, bros. Let's see. This view or this view? Let's see this one. Yo, what's good, useless? Shout out to this guy with the fucking infectious positive energy. Always appreciate my guy, useless. How's the mic sounding? Got this pop filter. Fucking Larry, what's up, Larry? I invested in this setup for you guys, so that when I'm talking about these fights, it doesn't sound like a bunch of bullshit. Hell yeah. All right, let's get this. Let's start rolling up this card, huh? All right. I got to find a way to like have chat up with the card up as well. It sounds good, actually, the mic. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Well, I can't see myself. I don't need to see myself. But let's go ahead and start at the bottom of this card here. All right. The bottom of this mofo. Jocelyn Edwards, Chelsea Chandler. I feel like just Jocelyn Edwards is the easy pick here. Chelsea Chandler hasn't shown much in the octagon apart from running away from Norma Dumont hilariously. Let's go ahead and see. I want to not only share this, but I want to share the whole tab. Let me see. There we go. All right, Chelsea Chandler. I was going to pull up her running away from Norma Dumont, but I was just trying to like get this situated properly. Hang on. This shit. And then DC and Oliveira started laughing at her. Let me see. What is this stupid ass lag? Hello? Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, that's what Chelsea Chandler did. Yeah, I'm streaming right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Jocelyn Edwards, she's looked good against the girls that she's fought. She's never gotten. Has she been finished before? I don't think so. She's been submitted one time, and that was when that was like her second pro fight is when she got submitted. So yeah, I highly doubt that Chelsea Chandler is going to TKO her, submit her, outpoint her. She's just going to get beat up for 3 rounds, most likely, by Jocelyn Edwards and her big cheeks. What's cracking, Hernanov? What's good, bro? So yeah, Jocelyn Edwards via big ass decision. All right, let's keep running up. Roberto Romero versus Timmy Kwamba. I'm gonna go with Roberto Romero here with this one. I just feel like Timmy Kwamba. I don't know, bro. He doesn't impress me with what I've seen from him. Like he's not. What are these stupid ass monkeys doing up on my fucking screen that I can't close? Get out of my face! Sweet Christ! All right. I don't know if you guys can see these monkeys here, but it's fucking pissing me off, is what I'll tell you. He lost to Lucas Almeida. Okay, so Timmy Kwamba lost to Lucas Almeida. Lucas Almeida's terrible. MMA math, Roberto Romero wins. That's what that means, okay? So if anybody's picking Timmy Kwamba, you can go ahead and tell me why. You can let me know. KZ, use Brave browser and get uBlock. Yeah, I need to get rid of all these ads, bro. It's so much bullshit. Okay. Hola, muchachos. What's up, Lane? Is that a fake useless? Yes, it is. All right. And then Jacqueline Amarim, Polyana Viana. Typology is crazy with the ads. Got to get an ad blocker. Yeah, bro. I know. It's just so much bullshit. But, you know, next time we got it. Next time we're going to be good. Brave has a built-in VPN and uBlock is free, I think. All right. I mean, I had ad block, but there was something. I'm pretty sure it's like for crack streams that it doesn't let you use the streams if you have ad block, because with crack streams, you guys already know, I imagine you have to close out of like a bajillion fucking pop-up ads in order to actually get the stream to play. So, KZ, what is your favorite fight on the card? Let's see. I'm going to say, it's between Dalby Brown and then Pereira Magomedov. I mean, the main event's sick, but apart from the main event, I'm gonna say Pereira Magomedov, just because I feel like that has the most potential for excitement. Just because Pereira and his crazy shit that he likes to do, and then Magomedov, we're gonna see how he handles it. And if these dudes go to decision, they're probably both gonna be gassed out, but they're gonna be throwing hard the whole time. And yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, early pick there is probably gonna be Pereira over Magomedov. All right. Jacqueline Amarim, Polyana Viana. I'm going to go Amarim sub just because Polyana Viana, like she loses a lot by submission. And she hasn't really submitted anybody good. And Jacqueline Amarim, she's like a fucking high level black belt. She's really getting girls out of there with the jiu-jitsu. So I'm pretty sure Polyana Viana is not going to be any different. We'll see. Polyana Viana's only been, I think she's been subbed twice, but both of the girls that have subbed her, what a pretty lady. All right. Yeah, she's been subbed twice. She got subbed by Yasmin Lucindo, and she got subbed by Veronica Hardy. Veronica Hardy is not crazy jiu-jitsu wise. Yasmin Lucindo, you know, she's got good jits, but she's a striker more than anything. Jillian Robertson totally dominated her. She probably could have submitted her, but she just chose to TKO her. So I feel like Amarim would be able to do the same thing, just superior positionally. She's going to get her out of there. Then Wellmaker Simon. Let's see. I had this up all nice earlier. There we go. Where are we at? All right. Prates is high potential for fight of the night. Mike Michelle a close second, in my opinion. Am I the only one riding with Polyana? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you see. What do you see there? Like, how can she get this done? She just keeps it on the feet and wins a striking fight? Or because I see her getting out grappled for sure. Let's see. Cameron Simon, Malcolm Wellmaker. I'm going to go with Wellmaker. Simon, his wins are not over quality competition. Like, he got a knockout over Terrence Mitchell. Yeah, Terrence Mitchell, which is the same guy that got knocked out by Raul Rosas Jr. Not great. And he lost to Christian Rodriguez. Christian Rodriguez, I feel like, is just, I don't know, bro. He's overrated. He only loses to people that are, he only beats people that are like green like these kids that are making their debut, and he like exposes these young prospects. It's like, yeah, okay, he beat a 21-year-old. It's like, and Christian Rodriguez loses to most people that have some fucking semblance of experience in the UFC. But maybe that's just me being a hater. But I'm going with Wellmaker. I just feel like he's a more dangerous striker overall than Simon. Simon kind of just showed that he's not like a crazy talent like against Talbot. He just got his fucking ass whooped. So unless he has improved a lot since Talbot, I can just see him getting pieced up here again. Alatong Haley, Damon Blackshear. Now this one is interesting because Alatong Haley I think he's only been subbed one time. Yeah, he's only been submitted one time, and that was like way back then. Back in 2015, he got armbarred. So, oh man. And then since then, he just hasn't been submitted by anybody. But Damon Blackshear, we already know how good this dude is with the submissions and the grappling, and he's just a fucking monster on the ground. But can he get Alatong Haley on the ground like with his wrestling? Or can Alatong Haley's takedown defense hold up? We'll see. I mean, it's just, this is a hard one to call. See, because you want to say Damon Blackshear sub. You know, I want to call it. But then Alatong Haley, bro, he just seems like a tough son of a bitch. I don't know. He's Damon from the Big Island, yeah? Who are you talking about? Damon Blackshear? Damon DeMonsta. Pollyanna on the downfall. Yeah, I agree. Useless has the best tier list streams. Yeah, bro, I like the tier list stuff. A lot of people do it, but I feel like it's just such a fun content idea that it doesn't really fucking matter. So I like it. I might do my own tier lists, but you just got to have a good idea of what to do it about. He's like 5 feet. Who, Damon from the Big Island? Who are we talking about? Who, Alatong Haley is like 5 feet tall? Yeah, I mean, looking at this height differential is making me a little bit less worried about him, to be honest. Damon Blackshear should be able to just outman him and wrap him up. So we'll see. Blackshear is going to be the pick there. Chris Gutierrez, John Castaneda. Damon takedown defense scares me. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think Alatong Haley is going to be trying to take him down. If anything, he's just going to try to stay on the feet, try to win a striking battle. Because if he's trying to take Damon Blackshear down, he's just going to end up getting submitted. I think, you know, I think Damon wants to get taken down. Yeah, exactly. He can wrap up his neck. He can fucking reverse the position off the bottom, end up on top. I feel like Blackshear, his best bet is to have it on the ground, whether he's on his back or up on top, obviously. All right, Chris Gutierrez, John Castaneda. I'm probably going to go with Chris Gutierrez to win a decision by running away and throwing leg kicks, because I've just seen him do that a lot, and it's very effective. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to probably hope for John Castaneda to catch him and, you know, make it somewhat exciting. He's probably going to be the one pushing forward most of the time. Gutierrez is going to be running away, picking his shots, jab, 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 straight hand, maybe throw a knee in there, leg kick, leg kick, leg kick, leg kick, leg kick. That's how this dude fights. So, you know, Gutierrez's decision is not the worst bet in the world, and they're even money. So I would say if this fight ends by finish, it'll be Castaneda. If this fight goes to distance, it'll most likely be Chris Gutierrez picking it up. I mean, shit, he might even get a leg kick TKO, bro. So who knows with this guy? He kicks like a fucking horse, like a donkey. Evan Elder, Gage Young. Evan Elder, even though he lost to Sadikov, I feel like he impressed me in that fight. That fight was a war. Him and Sadikov were really going back and forth. And that fight was only stopped due to like a doctor's stoppage, and Evan Elder wanted to keep going. I don't know much about Gage Young. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I haven't like looked into him much here. Debut guy, you know, he's only fought on the regional scene. Yeah, so I haven't seen any of this dude's fights. He lost on the Dana White Contender Series. So yeah, no, I can't tell you guys much about Gage Young. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got a fucking full-time job over here. I can't be researching who Gage Young is. But all right, but Matt Schnell, Jimmy Flick. You know, you want to pick Matt Schnell just because I feel like on the feet he has a little bit more to offer. Jimmy Flick by submission on some bullshit. Who knows? I want to say probably Matt Schnell's decision, maybe a TKO. But Jimmy Flick is crafty. I mean, he could end up pulling it off, but I don't see it. I just feel like Matt Schnell's the more well-rounded guy overall. He should be able to just, keep it on the feet and piece Jimmy Flick up for the most part. That's what I see here. Let's see. Let's try to get this amplified again. All right. Ikram Alaskarov, Andre Muniz. I feel like Ikram Alaskarov, he's obviously a huge favorite, as you can see here, minus 625. He's just an easy call. I feel like he's just more well-rounded, just more high-level experience. Has just looked better in his fights overall. Like Andre Muniz, like he broke Jacare's arm. He submits, people, and that's about it. I mean, and Jacare was at the end of his career. Ikram Alaskarov has looked good. He's finishing people. Like, he's looked dangerous, nasty as fuck on the feet, like with his hands. Phil Hawes is chinny. So, I mean, he did knock out Phil Hawes, but I know Ikram has knocked out someone else in the UFC. Who was that? Worley Alves. And there was someone else before that. Okay, so I guess, what the fuck? Okay. I thought it was somebody else. I don't even know. I guess it was Worley Alves. She. And then Whitaker just chinned him. So going from Worley Alves to Robert Whitaker is insane. Jesus Christ, poor dude. That's just like that's like fighting a dog and then having to fight a bear. That's just fucked up. That's crazy. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna probably say Ikram Alaskarov easy KO, TKO, decision. Maybe if Muniz can make it the distance, but I just see Ikram getting him out of there for sure. Let me see. What is up, chat? You guys should tell me some shit. I don't even know. Let me refresh this or something. Maybe nobody's talking to me. No, nobody said shit. Sheesh. That's fine. We're chilling. Randy Brown, Nicholas Dalby. I'm leaning Nicholas Dalby just because Randy Brown, he's the more slick, technical, not flashy, but like the smoother striker. But he sometimes will get lackadaisical in his fights. He gets a little lazy. He's not always keeping his foot on the gas 100% of the time. Randy Brown, he'll kind of chill out a little bit. And, I feel like during those moments where he chills is going to be the moments where Nicholas Dalby is going to be able to capitalize and win the rounds and just outdog Randy Brown. If Randy Brown wins, I wouldn't be shocked, but I just feel like Nicholas Dalby is going to be able to really just put the pressure on him and just make Randy Brown uncomfortable to the point where, I don't know, man. It's just like Randy Brown. I didn't love the way that he looked against Brian Battle. He just looks like he's too complacent in there. He looks like he's too happy to like accept positions. I'm here listening, my guy. I appreciate it, bro. No, I'm just, when the chat's not moving, I'm like, what's going on? Like, what are you guys doing? But Dalby is 40. I think it's downhill for him now. I mean, yeah, I don't hate the Randy Brown pick, but it's just like Dalby looks so good against Bonfim. He's just a fucking, he's a marauder, dude. No, but he just doesn't stop coming forward. He's not going to get deterred. Like Randy Brown can land whatever he wants on him, and Nicholas Dalby's just going to keep coming forward, putting the pressure on him. And I feel like Randy Brown will eventually crumble under the pressure. If not, if Randy just shows up and he's like, I'm going to be on, I'm going to keep the pedal to the metal and meet Nicholas Dalby's intensity with my own intensity, just piece him up from distance. Like, because Randy, like, this is not going to be an easy win for Randy Brown. He's not just going to go in there and just take this win from Dalby like it's nothing. Like, he's going to have to fight his ass off to really to really get Dalby to respect his hands and to not just come barreling forward. Did he have a split over or not? I think it was like a really close decision, and a lot of people thought Dalby won. Pretty sure Renat got that one, but it's hard to remember. I think at the time I did think that was a robbery. I don't remember where that was though. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, that was in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, that was a robbery. I remember everybody was like, "Oh, Renat Fakhretdinov got the judges Abu Dhabi Muslim bias." So yeah, I remember Dalby definitely won that Fakhretdinov fight. And there was another one too with Carlos Leal, who was clearly roided up, but he got robbed against Fakhretdinov too. Dalby's 40, yeah. I don't know, man. I just feel like Dalby, he's just like he's such a fucking savage, dude. He just shows up just ready to kill or be killed. I see the path for Dalby, but his age may catch up to him here. How much more fights can he keep that pressure without getting KO'd? Yeah. It's true. But it's just like, do we think Randy Brown is the guy to KO him, though? I mean, Randy Brown got Muslim Salikov, so I just feel like Dalby is just like, I don't know, man. I just feel like he's a guy that takes care of himself. Like, he's just in great shape. He's just a fucking brolic motherfucker. Hi, chat, Lord of the Pies. What's up, man? What's cracking, my dude? I've seen you in all sorts of different chats, and now you're hanging out here in mine. I'm honored. That's what's up. Dalby, he's like a fucking Davy Grant. Yeah, dude. Just Dalby is just he's a tough son of a bitch, and he'll show up to fight tooth and nail to try and get that win. He's not gonna give up, he's not gonna quit unless he just gets knocked straight unconscious. So Randy can get it if he just shows up 100% on and he's ready to go. Oh, I thought your name looked familiar. Cheers, brother. I don't know, bro. I'm going Dalby now, looking at it closer. Respect her, Nanav. I like it. If we're both wrong, we're both wrong. But fuck it, let's go with the more tenacious fighter. Tenacity. Speaking of the more tenacious fighter, I'm gonna be going with Michel Pereira over Abus Magomedov here. Fuck it. Yep. Just because I feel like we've seen Abus Magomedov quit against Strickland, and we've seen Michel Pereira blowing out his ass against Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, and he just tried to keep going, didn't quit, getting his ass beat, kept going, kept fighting. Oh my God, I'm so fucking tired, and Anthony Hernandez is beating my ass, but I'm not going to give up. And yeah, we saw quit in Abus. So I'm going to go with Michel Pereira. If this fight starts going the distance, I feel like Michel is just going to be the one to keep swinging, and no matter how tired he is. But and then I just feel like he's probably the more potent guy, more powerful guy. Abus Magomedov is probably a little bit more cleaner technically. Like he's probably has a little bit better footwork, a little bit better in and out movement, might have a little bit sharper hands and kicks, but Michel Pereira is a powerhouse, and I just feel like he's going to be able to eventually get to Abus, touch him with some shit, and Abus probably is not going to like how that feels, and then Pereira can probably start taking over. That's what I see. If you think I don't know shit, then fucking go bet on Abus Magomedov and make some money off that pick. So, that's what I got to say about that. Abus could out wrestle him, but we saw that path to victory against Anthony Hernandez. He had a lot of success with that, but Abus he's not like a wrestle heavy, like come in there Dagestani wrestler. He's just going to grind you out 3 rounds. He doesn't have like the gas tank for that. So I'm going to say Pereira is going to get this one done. I'm really looking forward to this fight, dude. Me too. This one's a sick one. Pereira Magomedov is a sick fight. Brown fight is a stay away from me as of now. Yeah. I would say maybe bet the over on the Brown Dalby fight, over 1.5. Because I see those guys, Randy Brown is clean enough to not get caught, and then Dalby is just tough enough to not get finished. So that's what I think. Just bet the over. Giga Chikadze, David Onama. Mike Michelle, the IDF supporter versus a born Dagestani. This will be interesting, right? The Battle of Israel. Ugh, keep all that bullshit out of here. No, I don't want to talk about any of that shit. Politics just piss me off. All right, Abus decision. Abus decision isn't crazy, but We don't feel like Michelle Pereira would be able to land the more damaging shots just over the course of the fight. Like, I feel like he is more likely to hurt Abus than Abus is to hurt him. So even if they make a decision, I feel like Pereira's going to rock his shit. So I don't know. It's a good fight. It's a great fight. I'm looking forward to it for sure. But yeah, Abus is a slight underdog. Pereira is a slight favorite. Yeah, Giga Chikadze, David Onama. Let's run up to this one here. This is a good fight. Giga Chikadze, I feel like a couple years ago, he would be an easy pick, easy lock, but he's just been inactive. And David Onama is just he's a tough motherfucker, dude. I mean, he's, you know, where's he from? Ugandan savage. So we've seen this guy fight before. He's been in war with Nate Landwehr. He has no quit in him whatsoever. But he's not the best fighter technically. He's not like the guy that's with the crisp boxing and the fucking 1-2 fucking head kick combo. Oh, look at how crisp and fast his kicks are, how snappy his kicks are. And, you know, he's not the killer wrestler, but he's just a tough ass motherfucker that has a lot of power. And if he connects, he's definitely going to hurt you. He has good cardio, strong. Probably a lot stronger than Giga Chikadze, I would imagine. Giga Chikadze kind of has, like, you know, that doesn't look like. I mean, he looks kind of jacked, but this was what, like 10 years ago? Yeah, I mean, Giga Chikadze doesn't have like the strongest looking frame. Man, it's just like I could see Giga. I feel like it could be similar to like Rob Font versus Cheeto, where it's like Giga could be winning like the majority of the round. You know, he's landing the better shit, just outpointing David Onama, just picking him apart. And then Onama can just come and land something heavy, hurt Giga, and then steal the round or something. Or maybe hurt Giga on the ground, take him down, ground and pound. He just seems like the more physical fighter, just like the tougher, stronger dude. But that doesn't win you a fight, obviously. But who knows how sharp Giga will be with all the inactivity. Oh, man, I don't know. David Onama might just be able to take it to him, just similar to Dalby Brown, where he's just going to keep coming forward. He's going to be the more tenacious fighter, and he's just going to outpoint Giga just from forward pressure. Or Giga's just going to make him run into a bunch of shit and maybe even get him out of there. Because Onama's hittable. Onama can be reckless as fuck at times. So I don't know, man. I feel like it just depends on Giga. Like if it's Giga showing up like he hasn't lost his step, like he's like the same dude he was a couple years ago, I feel like he can definitely get this win. But if he's coming in, you know, like less than, you know, inactivity, he's not as sharp as he was, slowed down a bit, I could see Onama getting it done, just out dogging him. I'm on Giga for sure. Yeah, I don't hate the Giga pick. Like, just technically, he's a much superior striker, much superior fighter. But just in terms of being an athlete, Onama's the better athlete. So we'll see if Giga Chikadze has been keeping up with his strength and conditioning and his training and his layoff. I think Onama needs to grapple, but even that Giga says he's a real... Wait, Jesus, let me reread that. I think Onama needs to grapple, but even that, Giga said he's now a real MMA fighter. Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, Giga has probably been working on his wrestling and grappling, but I don't know, man. It's just like Onama just seems like he'd be able to manhandle Giga just based on their builds, but you can't. That's not how you fucking pick an MMA fight, because if that's the case, the more jacked guy would win every time. But we all know that that's not the case. Onama runs with the Zalal and Giga butt clinch. Said he was the Ruotolo Bros. Yeah, Ruotolo Bros. I used to be super high on Onama before the Landwehr fight. He's still good. He moves very well. Yeah, over 2.5. Oh, well, KZ left the US because of Biden, for real. Yeah, no, not really. Let's see. Yeah, this one I have a hard time calling. Onama Chikadze. Let's just say Onama, just because I feel like I've put a little bit more doubt on Chikadze than I have on Onama, even though I feel like Chikadze might be the the better fighter. I just don't know if he's still like in his prime. So we're gonna go Onama, low confidence pick. Like I said, Kika Chikadze, I just feel like he's better technically, but Onama is just the better athlete, this stronger man. Anthony Smith, Ming Yang Zhang, Zhang, KO, easy money. They're probably terrible odds on that. It's probably like minus 100 for Zhang by KO. Yeah, rest in peace, Anthony Smith. Yeah, I doubt he's training like full time. He's not like in the gym like all the time. Like, yeah, I'm Anthony Smith. I'm always in shape. I'm always fucking ready to go and all. Like, no, he's not like that type of guy. Like Anthony Smith, he likes drinking beers. He likes to analyze fights. You know, he's not always in the gym. He's not like, you know, he's had 60 fights. He's just, you know, he's kind of just like the guy that shows up to work ready to retire. And he's just like, yeah, I'm just putting my time in until I can get my pension. You know, this is his last fight. Of course, he wants to win, but if he loses, it's over anyways. So Ming Yang Zhang is coming in. He wants to win this fight. 26 years old, coming out of China, knocking the fucking shit out of everybody. And Anthony Smith is next. But we're gonna see what happens here. 58 fights is a ton of damn fights. Yeah, dude, that's ridiculous. Anthony Smith, Anthony Smith was born to be an MMA fighter. Like, this is him looking young. Anthony Smith looks like an orc. Anthony Smith looks like the final evolution of Josh Emmett and Marvin Vettori. You know what I'm saying? He's the last fucking Pokemon evolution. Looking like a whole fucking orc. He's built for this shit. He was born to do this. But it's over. So we got Josh Emmett. He's the first evolution. Marvin Vettori. He's the second, but bald Vettori specifically. And then back to Smith. So it goes Emmett, Vettori, Smith. Smith looks like Creative Fighter template number 12. Yeah, dude, he does. He looks like a fucking guy that you would fight in UFC 4, UFC 5, my career, like when you're just starting out and they give you the randomly generated fighters. Like, he doesn't look like... He looks like an animated character of like what a UFC fighter would be. You know what I'm saying? But he's a real man. He's a dude. He's a real guy. Anthony Lionheart Smith, even though he looks like a fucking default Skyrim player character, but you know, it is what it is. He's like a Jim Miller type, but he hasn't been winning so much. Prates Vence, yeah, Leon, Brazil. Prates, yeah, I like Prates too, brother. KKK. What are some Portuguese words? You guys know any Portuguese? Porra, there you go. There's that one. How's that shit? And then when they laugh, they just go KKK. This is how Brazilians laugh. KKK. Exactly. Evolution tier list. Chama, yep. Smith looks like Creative Fighter. I already read that. Over under 1.5 for which fight? Useless. I'm sorry, brother. For Smith Zhang. Do we think Zhang can get him out of there in a round? It's like, I mean, Anthony Smith is crafty. He has a lot of experience. Obrigado. Yeah, there's that too. Anthony Smith has a lot of experience. He's kept himself safe in a lot of fights. I don't even think Khalil Roundtree was able to get Anthony Smith out of there in round 1. Let me go ahead and double check on that. I don't think so. Yeah, round 3. So Smith survived until round 3 with Khalil Roundtree. Dude, fuck. But Zhang is probably really going to go out there and try to put it on him and finish him. Khalil Roundtree kind of took that fight a little bit slow. I don't think Zhang is going to take the fight that slow. Bro, the over under 1.5 is so fucking hard for this one. Because it's like, what if he KOs him late round 2, you know? I wouldn't touch the over under on this one, but I would just go Zhang KO. And if you want to be a degenerate, you can go Anthony Smith submission. Put like $2 on it and win fucking $30 if it happens. I don't know. If it gets to round 2, things will get interesting. Yeah, it depends. It's like if it's kind of like a slow round, not much happens. Well, no. I mean, let me rephrase this. Like if Mingyang Zhang is beating Anthony Smith's ass the entire first round, and it's just like, okay, round 2 he's definitely going to finish him here. Like Anthony Smith is done. Or if it's kind of like a tit for tat kind of even fight, maybe Mingyang Zhang looks like he's slowing down even, then yeah, it could get interesting for sure. But how good is Anthony Smith going to be coming into this fight? You know what I mean? Like, is he going to be like, oh my God, this is the best Anthony Smith we've seen in years. He turned back the clock. Or is it going to be like, oh, this is Anthony Smith in his retirement fight. He doesn't look good because he hasn't looked good in years. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Probably going to be Zhang is going to be the one to get this done. Whether he gets it like a first round KO, second round KO, third round KO, I don't really see happening. Zhang lost to the dude that lied his way to the UFC, Mirzarov, but a long time ago, though. Yeah, bro, that's the thing. It's like, it's just hard to, look at fights from several years ago and say, oh, look at what happened to this fighter then. It's like, these guys have gotten a lot better since then. He's been training for years since that happened, probably to prevent that from happening again, Smith could take it super seriously because it's last showing in the octagon, or the opposite, and not take it seriously at all for the same reason. Yeah, exactly. It's just like flip a coin. It's like and even if Anthony Smith does take it 100% seriously and he really does try to give it his all this camp, like, do we think that that's going to be enough to get this young Chinese savage out of there or pull off a decision somehow? I don't know, man. I just feel like Mingyang Zhang is just, he has all the tools, all the ability, all the talent, the power, speed to win this fight as he should in spectacular fashion. So it's like, if you want to bet Anthony Smith submission round 3, by all means, go ahead. Right, that Chinese dude is a bad matchup for him right now. Yeah, for sure. Maybe like if it was like 5 years ago, then we'd have a different conversation about it. Anthony Smith maybe could use his jiu-jitsu, but I just don't see it happening here. Like, I feel like Zhang is just going to be too much of a powerhouse for Smith to really have any success here. I might be wrong. We'll see. Smith might make it a close fight. He might make it a gritty war in his retirement fight. Even if he loses a decision, he'll fucking still come out as a winner, but that seems more like a fairy tale than reality. Smith is probably going to end up getting put out. Yeah, I trust Zhang to have made those improvements. Yeah, for sure. All right, main event time. Am I like hiding behind the microphone? I can't really see myself. I can only see like a tiny little square of my face. Ian Machado, Garry, Carlos Prates. Now, I myself was Ian Machado, Garry hater. I didn't like his personality. I didn't like his attitude. I still don't really like his personality or his attitude. He was kind of a fucking douche. But you've got to give him respect for the Shavkat performance. He looked good in that fight, as unlikable as he may be. And then also, I mean, against MVP, I guess you have to give him credit for out grappling the striker, even though he was getting lit the fuck up on the feet. Carlos Prates doesn't have the same kind of footwork speed as MVP. He's a little bit more flat-footed. No, a lot a bit more flat-footed, really. But he probably has solid fucking timing. So Ian Machado, Garry, I don't feel like he's going to be able to win this fight on the feet. He might be able to outpoint Prates for a majority of some rounds, but I feel like Prates will be able to get to him eventually and hurt him. But Machado, Garry is going to be circling. He's going to be circling, running away, sticking and moving, probably trying to go for takedowns, body lock, clinching against the cage. Like, he's going to do everything to keep himself out of danger, I feel like, is what Garry is going to do. Like, the last thing that this kid's going to do, or kid, he's fucking like the same age as me. What the fuck? He's 27. Yeah, okay. We're the same age. This other grown-ass man who happens to fight in the UFC, he's going to do everything he can to keep himself safe. He's going to wrestle, he's going to clinch, he's going to keep distance and range. The last thing he's going to do is go in the pocket and swing and bang with Carlos Prates. he's going to get put out. Prates, majority of the time, he's going to be coming forward, trying to close the distance, trying to get to Garry, trying to, cut the cage off, hopefully, and, get Garry trapped up against the fence and start trying to land some shit. But the more I talk about this, the more I see a Ian Machado Garry decision, which I hate to say because I want a Prates KO. But Ian Garry is an effective fighter, as unlikable as he may be. He's effective for sure. He looked good against Shavkat. He wasn't able to finish that choke, though. But, I mean... Carlos Prates, since he's with the fighting nerds, those guys have good grappling. I feel like Carlos Prates knows that Ian Garry is probably going to try to come out here and grapple him, so he's going to be ready for that. My biggest concern is just going to be the footwork of Ian Garry more than anything, to be honest. Just like him running away, not letting Prates touch him, not letting Prates get points, not letting Prates, win, essentially, like not letting Prates land, because Prates, he's the striker. He's going to be the guy coming in with the more dangerous strikes. So is Prates going to be able to effectively land on Ian Garry to be able to get him out of there or win a decision himself? Can Prates even go 5 rounds with the cigarette cardio? Who knows? I feel like the fighting nerds clearly are very smart. They're a smart team. They're going to be analyzing Ian Garry. They're going to know that he's a very mobile fighter. They can watch the tape. They can see him fight Jeff Neal. They can see him fight MVP. They see that this kid moves around a lot. I keep calling him a kid. This guy moves around a lot. Can they formulate a game plan to counter that, to catch Ian Garry maybe as he's trying to throw those low kicks that he throws from the outside? As Ian Garry is just up against the cage, as he gets corraled there, like, is Prates going to be able to take advantage of these moments in the fight where Ian Garry is at risk, where he's vulnerable? I don't know, man. Well, it's hard to call. Prates KO, Garry decision, because I don't see Garry getting a finish. He could maybe like late, like round 4, round 5, if Prates is just gassed, potentially, yeah. But late KO Prates, I don't know, man. It's just like, how good is Prates' cardio? I would love to see it. Maybe if Prates just like keeps the pressure on him, like Garry starts to get tired mentally just from all the backpedaling. Prates just keeps coming forward, just like isn't stopping, isn't slowing down. Gary's like, what the fuck? I was expecting this dude to be tired by now, and he's not. So Prates has a ton of Muay Thai fights. I think he low kicks Garry better than Garry can shove him on the fence. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, kick for kick, I feel like Prates wins, but it's just like, fuck, dude. Gary's just going to be running. He's going to be running. He's going to be trying to outpoint. He's going to try to be smooth, hit, not get hit. I'm rooting for Prates. My brain is kind of telling me Garry. My heart is saying Prates. This is a hard one to call. Because it's like, if I'm saying Prates KO, is that like a hopeful pick? Am I saying Prates KO because I hope it happens? Or is it because I am actually like thinking, yeah, Prates is going to catch him. He's going to get him out of there. Because like, I don't doubt the fighting nerds. But it's like Ian Garry has shown that he's a good fighter. He's an effective fighter. He can win fights. So fuck. What are you guys thinking? Can I put a poll up? I don't think so. No. I don't know how to do polls. So I'm sorry, guys. Let me know who you're thinking is gonna win this shit. Garry, Prates, why? Over under 3.5 rounds. Oof. Useless. You're killing me with the over under, useless. You're killing me. Because I don't know, bro. Because it's like, if it's all if Prates can get him out of there. But we haven't seen Garry get finished. We have seen him get rocked and dropped by San Kanan, which is not a good look. I'm just contemplating, bro. I'm sorry. I haven't watched Prates fights prior to the UFC, but Garry has shown more well-roundedness in the octagon, so I pick him, but not much. We know he can grab a fuck Prates. Yeah, potentially. It really just depends on how good Prates is defensively on the ground. Because he trains with Kyle Bohalio, so he might be used to that kind of grapple fuck pressure. He could be able to get himself out of those positions and then back up on the feet. But how fucked is Ian Garry going to be on the feet with Prates is the question. Like, is Ian Garry is he going to have any success on the feet? Like, is he going to be able to stick and move, catch Prates with a couple of shots? Or is he just going to be like on the feet like Prates is essentially parrying, blocking, walking through everything he's throwing and just really fucking him up on the feet? Like, it's hard to see that happening. God damn it, I might have to pick Ian Garry as much as I fucking hate this. Or we're going to go with Prates KO. Shit, dude. Hey, little guy. What's up, buddy? Oh, Mr. Black profile picture. All right. Yeah, Prates Garry. This one's hard to call. I'm probably going to go Garry decision, unfortunately. Or maybe Garry late. What the fuck, dude? I can't make a pick on this fight. I'm pissing myself off. In my opinion, Prates has shown enough takedown defense. Yeah. And as part of the fighting nerds, he should probably be able to defend himself against Garry and his striking. Which is like, God, dude, Garry just fights like a bitch. Do you submit your picks on tap? Yes, I do. It's like I can see Garry like fighting enough of it like a bitch to win. Does that make sense? Like he can run enough like a bitch, hug enough like a bitch, clinch enough like a bitch to where he just ekes out a decision win. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like, oh, bro, you see he beat Prates' ass. It's going to be like, oh, he fucking manipulated the rules and the judging criteria to score enough points to win the fight. That's what I'm thinking, Casey. Yeah, bro, because it's like I don't want it to happen. I want Prates to go out there, knock the shit out of him, and it's going to be awesome. But it's like Ian Garry, exactly. He will Mario Bautista's ass. Like Ian Garry's going to run away like Yusuf Salal did against Calvin Kattar, like he did against Jeff Neal. He's going to run away, try to hug, just to grind out, stall to a win. Fuck. Hopefully Prates KO, but we might get a boring Ian Garry run away and stall win. That's what I'm gonna pick. I'm thinking. His plan is definitely to cage push to dub, but I honestly think them both being tall makes it easier for him to get out of those positions. Yeah, don't ask why. I mean, Prates definitely probably has good clinch knees. He obviously being the Muay Thai fighter, like he's going to be good in the clinch. Is he going to be able to effectively get off of the cage and just make Ian Garry pay in those positions? Like if when he gets off, catch him with a short uppercut, with an elbow, with a short hook, hurt Ian Garry in close. So it's like when Ian Garry's trying to crash in, when you break that space, you punish him for having clinched you in the first place. You know what I mean? You hurt him. It's like, okay, you want to clinch me, hug the whole time? Fucking take that with you, Rooting for Prates heavy. I'm rooting for Prates heavy. I want this motherfucker to win. I want him to win. Not an Ian Garry fan. I respect his skills though. So we're rooting for Prates, begrudgingly picking Garry. But yeah, I got Garry by Zesty cage clinch. Yeah, exactly. Run away and lay and pray. All right. LOL. Yep. Well, there we go, guys. That was the card. I mean, I can run through my picks again one more time. That was enjoyable. Let's see. Oops. All right. We got Jocelyn Edwards, decision most likely. Roberto Romero, KO decision. Jacqueline Amarum, submission. Malcolm Wellmaker, KO decision. Damon Blackshear, sub decision, I'll say. I mean, a ground and pound TKO wouldn't be the craziest thing either from Damon Blackshear. So I would say Damon Blackshear straight money line. Because if you bet the sub and this guy gets a TKO with just elbows, ground and pound, you're going to be pissed. John Castaneda, Chris Gutierrez. I'm going to go Gutierrez decision. Evan Elder, Gage Young. Going to go Evan Elder, KO decision. Matt Schnell, Jimmy Flick. Matt Schnell, KO decision. Ikram Alaskarov, Andre Muniz. Alaskarov, KO. Nicholas Dalby, Randy Brown. We're going to go Dalby decision. Abus Magomedov, Michel Pereira. We're going to go Pereira. The method of victory is a little bit tricky with this one. I'll say Michel Pereira KO decision. Submission wouldn't be crazy, but just Michel Pereira is the pick overall. Giga Chikadze, David Onama. I'm going to go David Onama decision. Mingyang Zhang, Anthony Smith, Zhang KO. Then Ina Machado, Garry, Carlos Prates. The heart picks Prates KO. The brain picks Garry decision. So that is what we got going on this card. I appreciate everybody for fucking coming through. Do you submit your picks on tap? I already read that, but yes, I do. Useless. Yeah, that should be it. Unless you guys got a little bit more to converse about. Anything else? We can maybe look at next week's card. I haven't seen what's going on next week. Let's see. So we got Prates, okay. Corey Sandhagen versus Davis and Figueiredo. That's sick. I did not know that this was coming up. Oh. I've been a little bit out of the loop as of recently. Just had a lot of shit going on. But Corey Sandhagen, Davis and Figueiredo, I'm liking that one. That's a sick fight. I don't know who I'm leading in that one. Probably Corey Sandhagen, just with the length advantage. Rainier DeRitter, Bo Nickel. Looking fun. Ponzinibbio, Daniel Rodriguez. Yeah, this isn't a bad card at all. Bullshit, bros. Bo versus RDR will be lit. Yeah, bro, I agree. But I feel like Bo he looked very unimpressive against Paul Craig. He won, yeah, but he didn't look great in that fight, in my opinion. Hey, be right back. I didn't want to crunch in everybody's ear. So, but yeah, bro. I appreciate everybody for coming through. That was fun. I'm going to be doing these a lot more often now that I got the setup. I'm going to be making videos too. Go ahead and smash the like button if you can. Smash the subscribe button if you can. Toz, just get to the point. I mean, it's a live stream, bro. You just talk about shit. Wow, just a bunch of filler words. All right. See, the cool thing about being a streamer is that when people like you come in here talking shit, I can just get rid of you because you're annoying. So I don't have to fucking put up with you whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I just don't got to listen to your shit. So that's the benefit of being having my own live stream. I don't stream to deal with bullshit and trolls and people that are going to be fucking trying to irritate me. I'll just get you out of here. I don't have time to deal with this. I have 2 jobs. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not fucking arguing with any of you motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Useless. Taz. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck that retard. Get him out of here. I don't have the patience nor the desire to sit here and argue with any motherfuckers in the YouTube stream. If we want to talk and be cool and tell jokes and hang out and have a good time, I'm all for it. If you're trying to argue, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm a man that likes peace in his life. All right, and that's who I am. But yeah, man, this was a fun little stream. Let's see. I should probably do an official picks video, going through all the fights and everything else. But yeah, man, useless. What are you thinking? Lord of the. I don't know who's still here. I don't know what you guys are thinking. I'm just talking to you guys at this point. You can go ahead and say whatever. I'm just reading chat. Let me see. I'll go ahead and make my picks for the card. Garry Prates. picks. All right, let's go ahead and go through it. This card is tricky. Yep. We're going to go through this right now. Bum, bum, bum. Say round 1 submission. UFC 315 is 2 Saturdays away. I always submit my picks last minute. Yeah, I mean, with the topology picks, it doesn't matter too much, you know? For me, yeah, I want to make as many right as possible, but I feel like I once I kind of have like my mind set on a fight. Jesus Christ, I hope you guys can't hear all that background noise. Oh my God. Once I feel like I kind of have my mind set on a fight, I have a hard time switching off of my original pick. You know what I mean? Like I'll maybe do some tidy research before I come to my decision. But like once I make a decision, I'm kind of just like, yeah, this is what I kind of feel like is going to happen. And I just once I have a good feel for what is going to go on in the fight, I'll stick with it. For the most part, I mean, I can't really think of an example. Otherwise, let me see. Let me go ahead and look at UFC 315 right here. Muhammad versus Della Maddalena. Yeah, banger. Banger. And then Valentina Manon, Alexa Natalia Silva. Love that fight. Joel Alvarez, Benoit Saint-Denis. Joel Alvarez kills him, in my opinion. Jose Aldo, Amin Zahabi. I don't know why they're matchmaking Jose Aldo like this. They're just giving him a bunch of no names for the casual fans. Yeah, we all know who Amin Zahabi is, but nobody that doesn't watch the UFC, that doesn't watch every card, they don't know who this dude is. They don't know who Mario Bautista is. They don't know who Jonathan Martinez is. So it's like Jose Aldo's last 3 fights have just been complete unknown fucking opponents. And Jose Aldo's a big star. So it's like, why are we giving this dude like these 0 box office like quality fights? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, I feel like they could be doing more with him than they're doing. Yeah, it's a bit of a wasted opportunity with the promotion of Jose Aldo or the matchmaking. It's like, give this dude some fucking sick fights, dude. Fuck it. I'm not picking Garry decision. I'm picking Carlos Prates KO round 3. Just that's this is what I want to do in my heart. And that's what I'm gonna do because I'm not betting any money. So Prates KOs him, then I'm gonna be happy. Right, got those picks entered. Here they are. Whoever wins this Saturday is so close to the winner of 315. Yeah, bro, for sure. Prates, I feel like Garry more so than Prates, just because I feel like Garry is higher up in the rankings. He's been here for a little while longer. He's a bit more of an established name. Prates has been like a shooting star up the rankings, but oops. Okay. Like a shooting star up the rankings, but you know, Garry kind of had the same thing for a moment too, and then he kind of slowed down a little bit. But Garry didn't lose much stock with the Shavkat loss. If anything, he gained stock with the Shavkat loss because like everybody was expecting, yeah, Shavkat's going to go out here and kill this dude, but that was not the case. Garry made it a close fight, and everybody's like, oh shit, Ian Garry's actually a damn good fighter, even though he's an unlikable cuck boy. Not really. But it's so easy to roast Ian Garry that it's hard not to. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh yeah, this guy with the nutritionist and the wife and the wag and the taking his wife's last name. It's like, come on, man. It's like there's so much ammunition for me to roast this guy. It's like, how can I not roast Ian Garry? How can I not roast Ian Machado Garry? Stepfather of the year. Come on. I'm a fucking asshole. But you know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. Like Ian Machado, Gary makes it too easy to roast him. Machado's a sick ass last name, though. Yeah, it is. It's true. But it's like you're doing that for another man's child. You know what I'm saying? I'll be damned if I'm raising another man's kid. I'll tell you that much. You know, it's like I say it in a funny voice, but I'm not joking. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you know, I don't see the appeal of Ian Gary's choice in partner. You know what I mean? Like you're a 27-year-old guy, you're gonna choose the 40-year-old lady that already has kids. The fuck are you doing, bud? But you know, it's his life. He's successful. He's fighting the UFC. He's got shit going on more than me. So who the fuck am I to criticize Ian Gary's woman? All right, his single mother. But yeah, bro, that's enough. All right, this stream has gotten off the rails. I'm just being a fucking asshole to Ian Gary. I'm sorry, Ian Gary. But yeah, bros, this has been fun. I appreciate everybody for coming through, listening to me talk a bunch of bullshit about the fights. Useless. You're a real one. Sitting here talking to me. Lord of the Pies too, Jarek, everybody else. Thank you. To the other two people just lurking here. What are you doing? But yeah, peace out. See you later. Auf Wiedersehen. Adios. Saludos. Mis hermanos. Ahí les veo más tarde. Bye.